Hello there. Yes, I'm making this and I'm being a bit of a jerk while I'm making this. But November 18th of this year, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet releases, and I'm going to be doing a 24-hour stream, and I would like to see you all there. That's right, November 18th. That's a Friday, 24-hour stream. I will be doing it, and I will be having fun. So come on by, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, do all that stuff, and yeah, we'll have fun. So it was just a few hours ago when this news dropped, and I was away from my computer, but HBO cancels Westworld in shock decision. Wasn't really a shock decision when you go into some of the more key details of what's going on, especially with David Zaslav at the moment. Because you come over to a video I did yesterday where Warner Bros. Seeks to cut up $2.5 billion in movies and shows as part of brutal cost saving. You get this article that came out a little while yesterday late at night, but you get Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav stands behind recent content cuts. The strategy of spending money with abandon while making a fraction in return is deeply flawed. You go through this article, you hear constantly how David Zaslav is basically saying, hey, we're putting out shows that aren't giving us money back, the fraction of the cost. We need to be tailoring it towards the fans. We need to be basically making sure our shows are up to par and are good and the ratings are good. It's making money. It's doing all this stuff. If it's not doing that, we need to cut it. And there was this great quote in here that if I can find it real fast, like this fantastic quote. Oh, here it is. We're very committed to scripted, but we want to measure what people are watching and why they're not. If a repeat of 2.5 Men or Big Bang Theory, two shows that are done, one show is crap, but if these shows does 3 times the ratings of a brand new show or another season that we greenlit or a show that's costing us $7.5 million, we're going to cancel that show. This is not anything new. David Zaslav is just basically doing what we did before 2016 and saying, hey, if the show's not up to par, we're cutting it. And Westworld was not up to par. Going into this article, HBO has switched off Westworld. The network has decided to cancel the sci-fi drama after its recent 4th season. It's an unexpected fate. Unexpected. Bowl. For a series that was once considered, that's right, once considered, one of HBO's biggest tentpoles. Season 1 into Season 2, after that, it was garbage. And I have results. And according to an acclaimed mystery box drama, Mystery Box can only hold you for so long, that racked up 54 Emmy nominations, including a supporting actress win for Fandwin Newton, who I have no idea who these people are. Well, I probably do. I only watched Season 1, started Season 2, and then I ran out because it was so bad. Last month, co-creator Jonathan Nolan said in an interview that he hoped HBO would give the series a 5th season to wrap up the show's ambitious story, which has chronicled a robot uprising that changed the fate of humanity. Yeah. And mind you, Season 1, amazing. But into Season 2, you had Me Too Time's Up. You had all this stuff. And Jonathan Nolan immediately scrapped what they did, handed it off to his wife, who was Lisa Joy, and she ended up rewriting everything, and it was garbage. So their original planned 5-season thing wasn't even there. This is what they recreated after Me Too Time's Up, and it was garbage. Co-creator Lisa Joy likewise said the series has always been working towards a specific ending. John and I have always had an ending in mind that we hope to reach. We have not quite reached it yet. but your show's shit. Yet, your linear ratings for the pricey series fell off sharply for its third season. Oh, you want to see how sharply it is? And then dropped even further for season 4. You want to see how bad it is? This is Westworld. Season 1. Amazing ratings. Season 2, slightly lower. Happens. Season 3, significantly fallen compared to season 4. It has fallen drastically. It is not getting what it needs to get. This is not what you need to do. This show is a flop. This show is garbage, and it's not pulling in the money that you need, at least into U.S. households. But that's what's important right here. Westworld critic average on Rotten Tomatoes likewise declined from the mid-80s for its first 2 seasons to the mid-70s for the later 2. Fans increasingly griped. You see, this is how awful Hollywood Reporter is. They didn't gripe. They acknowledged how bad it was getting. That the show had become confusing and tangled in its mythology and lacked characters to root for, which it did. Looming over all this is the fact Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav has pledged aggressive cost-cutting, though network insiders maintain that saving money was not a factor in the show's cancellation. I highly doubt that. Like I said, this show is hemorrhaging money. It's not doing anything. It's not bringing money in. It's not satisfying anybody. Nobody's watching it, so why constantly spend money on this property? Still, HBO and increasingly other cable networks and streamers typically like to give major series creators time to craft an ending for serialized shows as it keeps its subscribers from getting upset. But nobody's watching the show, so it doesn't really matter. What's the point? Let it end the way it is. I get it. It has a major cliff ending right now. But the show's not pulling in the money. It's not pulling in people to watch. Why keep investing in it? See the years-long fandom outrage after Deadwood was asked. Deadwood was good, though. This is where they start trying to conflate things. They conflate what Westworld is to Deadwood. Deadwood was good. Deadwood had a dedicated fan base. Deadwood was interesting and compelling and had great characters. Westworld is dog crap. Nobody cares about it. There's no hype. It never trended once during season 4. Nobody was talking about it. It came and went, and look at these ratings. Nobody's wanting a new season of Westworld. Granted, just like with Batgirl, the moment people start hearing, oh my god, Westworld was cut. Oh, I wanted the next season. Give me the next season. Oh, we wanted that next season. That's going to start coming out of the woodworks, even though the numbers don't add up to any of that. Plus, a show that can't tout a beginning, middle, and an end arguably increases its perceived value as a streaming and home video product compared to a title that feels unfinished. You're right. You're right. If it has a beginning, middle, and end, it has a better value. But this show has no value. People aren't watching. The 4th season of Westworld wasn't entirely a cliffhanger. It kind of was. However, its final moments could be said to be rather ambiguous, as discussed in our post-season interview with Joy, where THR Associates edited Abby White pointed out, it felt like the show could have ended there. And it can. See? Could have ended there. I didn't bother watching the last season because it was so boring. I did not like it after season 2, and I never went back. And a lot of people didn't go back. That is a massive drop from where you once were. Here's HBO's statement. Over the past 4 seasons, Lisa and Jonathan have taken viewers on, Lisa, and they had to put in Jonathan there. Technically, let's be real, it's Lisa who made this show from season 2 onward. Have taken viewers on a mind-bending odyssey, raising the bar at every step. We are tremendously grateful to them, along with their immensely talented cast, producers, and crew, and all of our partners at Clinter Films, Bad Reboot, and Warner Bros. Television. It's been a thrill to join them on this journey. This is them basically saying, yeah, it's crap. You know, it was fun while it lasted, but it's over now, so bye. And anything with Bad Reboot involved needs to be gone. And here's Kilter Films. Kilter. That sounds wrong. Kilter Films' statement. Making Westworld has been one of the highlights of our careers. We are deeply grateful to our extraordinary cast and crew for creating these incredible characters and brilliant worlds. We've been privileged to tell these stories about the future of conscientiousness, both human and beyond, and a brief window of time before our AI overlords forbid us from doing so. But yeah, okay, fine, you have that. But also, Kilter Films, mind you, is working on the Fallout TV show. Everybody on this is working over on Fallout on Amazon Prime. So it's not like they're not going to be doing anything. But also, again, Westworld was garbage. And now they come out here and they try to compare it to other shows. They compared it to Deadwood. Deadwood was something unique of its time. It got its ending. That's great. But Deadwood was actually good. Westworld isn't. HBO still has several tentpole dramas, including the newly launched House of the Dragon, which managed to be amazing, reinvigorated Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones has been not trending, but has been charting again. People are rewatching Game of Thrones. People are rewatching House of the Dragon. It's making HBO Max money, along with Succession, apparently pretty good. White Lotus, again, apparently pretty good. Euphoria, don't really want to talk about it. Plus the upcoming zombie apocalypse thriller, The Last of Us, which all signs point to that's going to be a garbage shoot. Also, just like the show's frequently resurrected androids, it would be foolish to assume there will never be any more Westworld. Westworld ever. I think this is a pipe dream. Because I keep coming back to this. These numbers are not sustainable. If nobody cares about Westworld, it getting canceled isn't a big deal. Because it's hemorrhaging money. Yeah, it can go on some other platform, but it's not going to be HBO at this point in time. HBO needs money. It is. Like I had said over here. $57 billion in the hole. There was a statement a few months back where Zaslav came out and said, hey, we can only afford to put out 2 movies this year. Hey, we can barely afford to actually market any of our movies or put out any trailers. So, right now on HBO Max, not going to happen. If Deadwood can get a movie 12 years after the series finished, granted, again, it was good. There was a consecutive push. Hey, we want more Deadwood. Deadwood's ending. We want it. We want Deadwood. Deadwood was good. Westworld isn't. It's always possible Westworld could likewise be, rebooted. You're right, it is always possible. Chances are slim, though. Very slim, especially right now when people need money. You go to, not this one, you go to what David Zaslav said. And in this article, he also points out something very interesting that it's shocking that it takes Zaslav to point this out to everybody. Amid a more challenging economic environment, a significant amount of change is required. Right now, companies need to be putting out hits. If your show wasn't hitting that mark, you need to cut it. Show could be good. Show could be amazing. Could be like Deadwood. Deadwood was good. Deadwood was fun. Deadwood was amazing. Deadwood came back and got its ending. Westworld isn't. Nobody cares about it. Everybody hates it. You destroyed this property that could have been good. But right now, companies need to be battening down the hatches because it's so bad. And what HBO had no choice, basically no choice. And when they said up here that definitely wasn't because of, wasn't because of of a profit reason. No, it was because of a profit reason. Can't sell ads on a project if nobody's watching it. With that, guys, give me your thoughts down in the comments below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Share it out with all your friends. Hit that notification bell for every time I go live. Actually, hit that subscribe button first and then that notification bell for every time I go live and put out a new video. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.